One, eye contact. Where to look. Okay, first things first. Many people that I see doing virtual are looking like crazy eyes all over the place, and that's super distracting and does not communicate trust to the people who are on the other side of the screen. So the first thing you have to know is that you have to look straight at this lens. I'm using a phone right now, so that's in the case of the phone. You don't have to look at the other people on the screen. You don't have to look at yourself on the screen. Try to look at this lens right there as much as you can, and try to imagine that that's the other person's eyes that you are talking to. So if I have a phone right here, it's this lens right over here. That's what you're supposed to look at. And then if you are doing an iPad, you're supposed to look at the corner lens right over here. So whenever it's a phone on horizontal, an iPad, it kind of like veers off to the side. So that can be a little tricky. And all that I mean with this is that it's hard. It's not natural to look at the lens. Our first kind of impulso, our first emphasis is to look at yourself or to look at the other person. But you have to train yourself to do it because, again, that's what's going to communicate the most trust. Even if you veer your eyes away from the lens for a little bit to do something like check your phone or you're checking your emails, that can break the trust with the other person very fast. Even if you think that you're getting away with it y que la gente no se está dando cuenta que no estás viendo al agujerito, la gente sí se está dando cuenta. Let me give you an example. So my sister Graciela's here, my very shy sister who many of you have seen on social media. So let's say that I'm supposed to be paying attention to you guys, but I'm really looking off to the side to see what Graciela's doing. You see? So if I were to be pitching an idea to you, immediately you'd be like, what is this person doing? And you have to think about, okay, maybe that was a minuscule movement, but human beings, because of this age of virtual, we have become like walking little lie detector tests. We're looking at every single thing, every little gesture that you're doing, and sometimes we're not even doing it purposely, but we are registering it. So if you have notes, for example, and I'm doing purposely this on notes right now, it's okay to look down. It's okay to look at your notes. News anchors do it all the time, you know, because you don't also want to pretend that you know everything by memory and then just look back up at the people. It's just when you're looking away that it's distracting. There was a study about the role of gaze and the role of camera distance and angle, and it was conducted by Stanford and Sweden's University of Gothenburg. And that study, you see how I read the study and then I went back and looked at you guys. It's okay if you want to look at your papers and read a fact and then turn back to the people. That communicates gravitas, that you actually know what you're talking about. But remember, just try to pretend that you're actually talking to a real person. Sometimes it helps if you put, you know, clients of mine cut out a photo of a person that they really care about and they put a sticky note right next to the lens there, so they pretend that they're looking at that person the whole time. Now, this is actually a real study that I wanted to mention to you guys because I want to show you this graphic on screen that this study conducted. They looked at dozens and dozens of people looking at that camera lens, and they deciphered, and you're looking at it on the screen right now, that if you have your camera lens placed above you, that doesn't communicate trust. If you have your camera lens placed below you and you're seeing it with the person in the middle on the screen now, that comes across as threatening. And then if you're looking to the side, it's like you're not even there in the room. So those are just a few examples of how important it is to actually look at that little hole over there. And then one trick that I teach executives as well during my speaking workshop is try to have a setup at home where the camera or the phone or the computer is always placed where it needs to be, so that when you're running around and you sit down to take on a virtual meeting, no tienen que estar cuadrando to see if it's at eye level or not. It's just there, and that's your setup. And a little trick to do that, I'm gonna ask Graciela to hand me our laptop stand. We use one of these. So just, and I'm gonna actually place where you can purchase this in the description of this video. Just place it at home, coordinate it, have somebody that you care about on a Zoom look at it and be like, okay, is this a good setup? Am I looking where I need to look? And then once that's set, estas cosas son nada caras, just leave this set up. You can put it to the side, and whenever you're gonna have a virtual meeting, prop it on there, put your laptop on there, and there you are set and you are ready to go. Same with any tripod that you have at home for a phone. Gra, me pasas el trípode que está por allá? I'm gonna ask Graciela to show you guys one of the tripods that we have here at home. This is a very simple one that I actually take on the road. And once again, once you know the height of what this should be, if you're standing up or if you're using a desk, that's it. You need to just leave it there and facilitate things for you guys, because I actually want you guys to focus on what you're saying and having that rapport with the people you're communicating with, than setting up these things that you don't need to be setting up when you're running around. Okay, so that's it when it comes to where to look. Are you ready to move to step 2?